I would love to find out from people who... I don't remember this guy before. I think it's here. I don't know. I don't remember this guy either. He must be a new addition to the Scare Zone.
Yes, I am. I'm here early. I'm here for rehearsal.
Isn't it great how bright the screen is? I mean, man, I can see everything.
Oh yeah, very bright, very bright.
I'm like pointing to things. I'm like, I hope I'm pointing to what I think I'm pointing at. Because you know, your eyes and your the camera, not the same.
Not
thing.
the same thing. Definitely the old gimbal I used to use. It was very good, but it was very slow at moving to where like I'm actually looking.
Yeah. Well, this isn't. This is a little too fast. And I'm also an old school gamer who puts their controls backwards. So like this up to me is down. And down is up, but that's not how it works in this gimbal. So I pointed the wrong way sometimes. But as I walked past here, I'm like, I didn't even go back there.
I think they have it blocked off, so you can't like actually go back there anymore to like where the actual bars are. Like you can see that one bar right there, but you can't see like the two in the back.
Weird.
Yeah, but the drinks over here, they look nice.
Yeah. Interesting that the pumpkin doesn't have. I just assume that people know who you are.
Oh.
I should let you formally introduce yourselves.
Sure. Okay, so my name is Xavier. This is Raye.
Hey.
We're from Universal Food Blog. We talk about all the food at Universal. And except for Volcano Bay, but we're
working on that.
We're working on
that.
Well, I'm gonna be back next week on the 6th. That's the first day of. John said hi.
Oh, tell him to say hello.
You just did.
I'm very excited for this menu here. I'm very excited for the Lacto Cooler. I don't drink
Is that
beer,
supposed to be like Ecto Cooler?
That's what I think.
You think it's their off-brand Ecto Cooler?
I mean,
it looks like Slimer.
It really, it's literally Slimer, like a company.
we Googled the company and we were looking at like what it was, and because we're not like we don't drink like beers or anything like that.
Yeah, neither do I.
We did not know what it was. It was like it sounded German, so.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it might just be a coincidence. It's just we'll see about that.
I mean, we're gonna try it either way because it looks cool.
Yeah.
Hopefully, they give it to us in the can instead of in a cup because I think the can looks cool.
I want that can. Out of anything, I just want the can.
Yeah. It's got a nice can.
That's a nice can.
Wouldn't it be funny if they brought back Ecto Cooler? Like if they got the rights to it, I think that would be absolutely insane. I know they've already done Ghostbusters. I'm obsessed with Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
And if they had done Ghostbusters again and they brought back Ecto Cooler just for Horror Nights,
Oh yeah.
that would have been like, that would have sold me. That would have sold me on Horror Nights.
Well, you had to love the fact that they had Twinkies in the park.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just walked past that because they didn't have those particular menus out. So they have the Twinkies, the fried Oreos, but they also have the fried peanut butter and jelly. But instead of it being like $7-8, it's $14 now.
Woo!
Double the price. But I think it's because like if anybody like looks at our website, I think it was yesterday, we talked about the actually fried peanut butter and jelly. The original version that they made for Horror Nights, it was an actual like peanut butter and jelly, like an actual sandwich, 2 pieces of bread, peanut butter and jelly, that was battered and fried. So I think they might be going back to like that old recipe instead of the Smuckers.
I don't know. I liked the Uncrustable one. That was good.
I've tried the Crustables once. I'm like, I'm never doing this again.
But it was great though because it was fried. It had the hot stuff.
I mean,
on
like
it.
the regular, like straight out of the package. And like, first, I'm not a jelly fan. I'm more of a preserved.
They have a Nutella and honey one.
And I'm also not a peanut butter fan. So, like, you know, that's already a bad start.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know.
I'm excited for the corn dogs too.
Oh yeah, I heard that.
I'm very excited for them.
When I was little, my mom told me what is in the hot dog, and I've never touched one since.
That's me with donuts, but I'll still eat them. I know donuts are so bad for you, but I love them so much.
At least it's not like gross, weird things in them.
Yeah. I mean,
Unless it's voodoo, you never know.
I used to eat chicken gizzards and scrapple, so I'll pretty much put anything.
Yeah, I'm like I've had I don't know what I forget what the actual word for it is.
Okay.
But it's pig intestines.
Oh,
So,
that sounds great.
but I've had that before. Like when I was like a kid, and I would like eat that like it was candy, and then I found out what the actual name of it was, and it was pig intestines. I was like, I probably won't be eating
I'll
this ever
continue to eat
again.
it. It's fine.
Yeah. What movie? It was that one movie that had Rocky Mountain oysters, and someone like ate the record, and then someone told them what it was, and they threw up, and they're like, "Well, the record stands now."
I can't remember what movie it is. I am like so bad. I'm like behind on so many movies.
Oh, this is a long time ago.
Yeah. I don't even know. I'm literally a child, so.
Yeah. But I heard that the QR codes aren't working yet. But
Yeah,
we
obviously
tried
they will be.
to. I saw something online because a lot of people are upset that like things just don't have any type of like what it is.
Yeah, that's
So I guess somebody, I don't know if it was Universal itself that was like, hey, by the 30th it should be out. Check by 30th. But I mean,
it makes my job interesting because then I have to do a lot more research than
no,
I
you just gotta
normally
start
do.
like making things up.
I'm sure it's on the website, but I'm hoping that they're gonna have a really good Voodoo Donut this year, because I think was it last year they had the pumpkin one that was really good.
Yeah, they have 4 different donuts. There were 2 that they advertised for Horror Nights. It was the Vampire Bite, which had the cherry filling.
Yeah.
There was the cake donut. It was the black and white icing that was on it. And then they had the regular pumpkin, like it was a yeast donut shell that was filled with the pumpkin.
Yeah, that was so good.
And then they had the
I thought
cake
it'd be-
donut, pumpkin spice cake donut.
Yeah. I was like, yeah, it'll be alright. I'm like, no, this is really good.
Yeah, I love cake donuts. So when they had the pumpkin spice,
Right?
yeah,
When they have
Yeah.
fake donuts, he's like,
gotta
I'm
have
not
it.
usually much of a. I like the yeast ones more. But yeah.
Yep,
So Lacto Cooler, it's a sour from Voodoo Brewing in Pennsylvania.
yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, that's what we read. It's a sour. 3 different words we don't know. So so when I say I have to do research tonight.
And it said that it
over
could come in
everything.
3 different colors. Like it's not just like one color.
Yeah,
On the website, it said that it could become in pink, green, blue, things like that. So I can only imagine it's gonna try to taste. What I assume it'll taste like is like the beer version of a fruit punch. I don't know. When I hear Lacto Cooler, I think about Ecto Cooler, and then I
think
immediately.
milk.
That's what he said too. He said a coffee type stout thing, but it's not gonna be a stout.
Interesting, yeah.
Yeah, it just makes me go back to like the stout they sell at Today Cafe because I have that and I suffered through it.
He
I was
did
like,
suffer through that. That's bad.
I was like,
Do they
I
have
to
beer
have to
with
finish
coffee in it?
Yep, beer, coffee, and they say milk, but I don't really think there's milk in it. I think it's like it just gives the flavor of milk, but it wasn't bad. It
Sours
just
are
had.
typically fruit mash base.
Okay.
Well, years ago, Pepsi tried something that was called Pepsi Kona, which was, it sounds terrible. It was Pepsi with coffee in it.
Yeah.
And like, if you tried it and you like Pepsi and coffee separately, it was really good.
Yeah.
But the problem was getting over the thought of coffee and soda.
It's the same thing when you think about how up north, or I guess in the Midwest, they have the sodas that they add like the creamer to it.
Oh,
And that's
alright.
really big up in like Utah and stuff like that. They have, it's like, there was one, and I'm on TikTok, so it was like you put the Dr. Pepper and then you take like coffee creamer and you add it to it. It was really good. It made my stomach hurt, but it was really good. So I guess it's kind of the same thought process on that.
Yeah, I like SeaWorld. They sell, well, not just SeaWorld, but I first tried it at SeaWorld. It was Coca-Cola, and then it was coffee, a caramel coffee.
Oh, okay.
And it's in like a little small can, and it was actually really good.
It's
So I
the
enjoyed it.
energy drink, right?
Yeah. That energy drink.
Back when I used to care about NASCAR and I used to go to the races, they were handing out samples of the Pepsi Kona. And I was like, I guess I'll try it for free. I'm like, oh, this is actually really good. I think this is going to be great. I'm going to buy it a lot. And then it never got past the marketing, the market testing, and it never succeeded. I'm like, if just people would just try it.
Yeah.
And that's when I started drinking coffee.
That's literally that's what most of the stuff I post about. I'm like, try it. Just try the food. Like, I know it sounds weird. Most of the stuff Universal sells sounds weird. Like
So picky, so
Me too.
try it.
that mango
Well,
kiss
they got-
donut, like a ginger donut with mango icing or mango filling. Like, it sounds horrible, but it's actually really good. I ate
that
the
sounds
donut
pretty
today.
good. So Brandy said that there's a coffee Guinness they sell in cans in the grocery store.
Yeah, I might
the milk
give it.
I guess it's
a
supposed
try.
to. I guess it's supposed to get you drunk and keep you sober at the same time. Even though that
Right,
coffee doesn't really make you sober.
It's the milk stouts, right?
Yeah.
Probably. I don't drink alcohol at all, so.
Every now and then I may have a drink, like
Yeah, we're not, I guess, social drinkers, but not like.
not like, oh, I need a drink. It's more of like, oh, that sounds good. It has to be a mixed drink for me to have it.
It's funny whenever we go and I actually do decide to get alcohol, drink like 3 sips, be like, Xavier.
Yeah, we just share our drinks.
So John said slightly breaking news. Apparently HHN will go to 2 a.m. every night this year.
Oh.
That's weird because I'm only scheduled till 1.
I don't know if that's true or not, but I know. Well, we
My
know that it used to
boyfriend's-
be 12 a.m.
Yeah.
on some nights, and they ended that years ago.
So my boyfriend's scare acting this year, and his shifts are only until 1:30. So he could always just be the early closer. for
yeah,
that,
they leave early.
But I'm house attendant this year, and I'm only
I've done
out at
that.
1. Oh, I'm gonna be absolutely nervous. I'm gonna be like this, and the house is scared.
I
Um,
love being in the house, except for the only thing I was in Ash vs. Evil Dead, in that room with the red and blue flashing lights
got
back
you.
and forth. It was too much.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't even focus mentally. It was so bad. But the house is amazing. So I had to. What about House Raye? Or EYS Rays? I don't know. But the house is amazing. I ended up doing a trial of, I forget what service that was.
What was
that
the
had
question?
it.
Oh, that's my name.
Oh.
That's I just met him, so I don't know. So I actually have my orientation tomorrow night, so I'll find out tomorrow night.
Oh.
Yeah, that's my name. Sorry,
Okay.
I just met him, so that's why.
It's also, as they can attest, my screen, as you guys know, is crazy dark,
Yeah.
and I'm also now 45, and I don't have my glasses. So not a good combination.
No, it's fine. Yeah, I don't.
It's
But there's
same
your
for
answer.
me. Like, let me tell you, when I'm taking pictures, I have to do the squat, look at a screen, take the picture, squat, make sure it
And I'm
looks
standing
good.
there with my hand, and it's getting heavy, so my hand's like slowly moving down.
Yeah.
And he's like, "You gotta move it up."
Yeah, it's a struggle for us, like people out here taking pictures out in the Florida sun. It is
Yeah.
absolutely.
I cannot wait till the one day in
I'm-
January when it gets cold.
I am hoping that there's some rumors, and it may be completely false. There's rumors that the next iPhone will have some sort of heat management system in it.
Good.
Yeah.
I got
I
hope so.
I got the
If-
Magic Band Plus,
Oh,
and
yeah?
my poor phone. I was doing Batu Bounty Hunters the other day when I went to Hollywood Studios. My phone was so hot afterwards. It gave me the little heat thing.
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, you gotta turn your phone off now." I was like, "Oh, okay."
Hand modeling for Xavier's tonight.
Wait, what?
That's all it says.
Oh yes, I have multiple hand models. Yes, John, Carrie, Ray, anybody that is with me.
Anybody that's
is,
not his own
currently employed as my hand model.
I'm gonna start putting it on my resume.
Hand model,
Hand model.
food hand model.
Anybody who's not watching this live is missing out right now, but at least it'll be up later.
Yeah.
Yes. All right, what you
right.
thinking? Ready?
I think we're gonna try to go over to Islands because we're trying to figure out if they're gonna actually do food today or not. Because yesterday they did.
Yeah,
food.
I don't know.
And it hit noon because Xavier was like, I think it's gonna happen at noon. There's like some people walking around and it's looking real suspicious in Sting
Yeah,
Alley.
they have like
but
the.
we don't know.
They have
John
the
said you're
exhaust
better
on.
at than he is.
What, hand modeling?
I think so.
Yeah.
I've been doing it a while.
I think you're saying you have pretty hands, maybe. I don't know.
I can believe, I believe that.
She's been struggling for the last.
I've only
like,
been
2
a hand
years.
model once. I worked at a studio that made infomercials,
Oh, that's fun.
and Black & Decker was selling a new infrared cooking.
Yeah.
Like it basically looked like a toaster oven, but it used infrared cooking.
I love that.
And part of the ad was stop paying for takeout, and there was someone that had their hand out, and I was like, as a delivery person, and another person was stacking money in
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
That was my hand. I was like,
Oh, see, look,
other
you're
than that, I was
famous.
the PA on that shoot. So I'm like,
Don't you love it when you go to PA for something and they're like, hey, so actually we need you to stand in for this instead, and then you become an actor
Yeah.
and a PA all in one, and you're like,
That's Ray.
yeah.
that was me. I've done that.
And then and there's a kid's toy that we're advertising, and part of the ad was they were so great. Even our crew started playing with them, and it was us all driving around them in like a roller rink.
That's funny. All right. I think Xavier and I are going to try to go to Iowa.
Yes.
We shall move on the stream as well. But thank you so much for hanging out with us. And,
Yes.
and the chat.
It's always great to see you.
Always good to see you as well. Who knows? Maybe I'll be featured in this year's awards.
Yes.
Awards.
I'm going to start early this year. The Fluid Awards.
So we're doing